Hi, Jalen. I know you always like to look forward, but I got to ask you. Obviously, you guys were able to clinch the playoff berth. So, what does that mean to you, and to do it with your teammates in your first year as a starter?
I think it's a great accomplishment for us. Something we've worked really hard for throughout the year. Overcoming so many different things, and we have the opportunity to do something special. So we want to take advantage of it.
Okay, Tim McManus and then Bo Wolf.
Jalen, I saw that you penned a letter to the Washington football team looking for follow-up actions following the railing collapse. Why was that important for you to do, and what are you hoping to see?
Well, it was actually sent to league officials as well, and it's um, I tried to handle the situation with a lot of poise and um, show compassion for the people that fell down, really. But I know it could have been so much worse, and it kind of didn't hit me till after the fact, having some time to reflect on it and think about it. So um, I just wanted to see what could be done to make sure it doesn't happen again. That's all I really care about. That's a very tragic incident, and it could have been much worse, much worse. But I just don't want it to happen again.
Okay, Bo Wolf and then Chris Franklin.
Hey, Jalen, if you had your choice, would you be playing this weekend? Have you given thought to whether you'd rather rest or play?
I love football, and I'm preparing. It's business as usual. So
Okay, Chris Franklin and then EJ Smith.
Hey, Jalen, you've worked with Quincy Avery in the past, and when you look at the work you guys done, what has he helped you out a lot this season that you starting to see when it comes to your production and what you've accomplished so far?
excuse me. I think it's just been a constant attack at it every off season, every opportunity we have to put the work in and getting that work in and getting better. And I know I'm around a ton of great quarterbacks. I'm around a ton of great quarterbacks, and I'm able to learn from them, watch them, and we learn from each other. And I just think it's been a course of daily deposits, just putting it in throughout time and trusting in our preparation and trusting in the work we put in.
EJ Smith and then Dave Zangaro.
Hey Jalen, I wanted to ask you about Nick Saban. I know you've talked about the relationship you guys have in the past and sort of the influence he has on you, but I'm curious, especially with guys like Landon and Devontae here, like how much does that influence kind of translated to this team?
I think it translates by action and example. I think there's a different aura around Bama guys and how we operate and where we come from and kind of the standard we have for ourselves and what we've been around. And that's a testament to a great winning culture at Alabama and Coach Saban and the foundation he's laid for all of those athletes to come through. So I just think we kind of try and lead by example, and every player does that in different ways. And it's great to see guys like Jason Kelsey and Fletch and BG seeing the standard that they've created for this place and the special things that they've done in the past, and some of those things we're searching to do again.
Okay, Dave Zangaro and then Martin Frank.
Hey, Jalen, we've seen some guys on this team, whether it's Boston or Greg Ward, kind of wait their turn and eventually make plays when they're called on. What does that take from a personal standpoint for those guys to not let their egos interfere with their roles on the team?
Well, I think it takes selflessness. And as a football team, we've connected so much. We've connected so much. We've come together so much. We've grown together, and we spend a lot of time with one another. And I think it's shown throughout the course of the season. And to have every unit believing and having that confidence in one another, it's important. And you get guys that have different roles in different situations, but ultimately you gotta be out of yourself and into the team. And I think we've definitely done a good job of doing that this year.
Okay, Martin Frank, and then Jeff McLean.
Hey, Jalen. I was wondering what has Nick Sirianni showed you this year as far as his ability to kind of keep everything together? You know, even when like early in the season you guys got off to a bad start, did he kind of like do anything in particular? Did he kind of show you something about his character, his personality, you know, and getting you guys through this to the point where you're now, you know, in the playoffs?
Yeah, I just think you can't flinch, and I don't think he flinched, not one bit. You know, he's a gritty competitor, just like us all, just like myself. He's a gritty competitor, and he wants it. He wants to win, and he wants to put his best foot forward in everything that he does. And I think he never flinched. Just like us all, we never flinched as a football team, regardless of any expectation of anybody else or any opinion out there. We didn't flinch. Well, we controlled the things we could. We approached every day with the right approach, and we just continued to attack.
Okay, Jeff McLean, and then Zach Berman.
Jalen, we're almost 2 years into this pandemic, and it's not going away, apparently. And I know how it's affected you, obviously, in terms of football. But has it affected you in any way personally? And what are some of your reflections on that?
It hasn't personally.
Okay, Zach Berman, and then John Clark.
Hey, Jalen, you said to us a few times that you guys haven't played your best football yet. What does that look like in your head, your best football?
I mean, ideally, just going out there executing, man, every rep we have. No mental errors, no bust assignments. Staying true to our fundamentals throughout the whole entire course of the game, and just want to go out there and play at a high level at a more consistent basis. And one may argue or say that, hey, you've been doing that, but for me, enough isn't enough. So,
how close are you guys to that level?
it's coming.
Okay, John Clark, and then Ed Kratz.
Hey, Jalen, with 12 of your teammates testing positive for COVID this week, we've seen some other teams, the outbreaks, how they've really affected their ability to compete in games. How serious and how diligent have you been about taking care of yourself and protocols inside and outside the building to avoid this virus?
Yeah, I definitely try and do anything and everything I can to stay free of it. Obviously, it's kind of hard to overcome, considering how fast it's spreading and the different things going on with it. But I know different people have different situations, and me personally, I can only encourage others and those around me and try and control the things that I can control with my safety and health. So I definitely take precaution. I try to.
Okay, we'll end it here with Ed Kratz, and then Josh.
And if I ever catch it, I knew I'll know that I caught it trying to do the right thing with the right intentions and taking the right precaution.
Okay, go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, hi, Jalen. After Sunday's game, you talked to us about the play Rodney made, and you were genuinely happy, and it seemed like for more than just the team, you were happy for Rodney as well. Is there a friendship there that kind of goes deeper than what we see every day, or something off the field that maybe we're not as aware of?
Well, he told me the other day, he said, real recognize real respect real, and I just admire his leadership. I admire everything he's overcome and how he's dealt with it. I know he kind of got it out the mud, as they say, and he's earned everything that he has, and I admire that, and I appreciate that about him. And to see him make a big time play for the whole entire team in a big time moment, it was unreal for me, So I give my hats off to him, and we'll definitely need big plays like that as we go down the stretch.
Okay, last one here with Josh.
Hey, Jalen, Lane has had such a big impact on this team for such a long time. I'm wondering, and this is a bit of an outside question, but your relationship with the community at Kilgore College. You know, your brother went there, and obviously your relationship with him and Lane, and what Willie has going there. Just your respect level for that program they got down there.
Yeah, I know my brother. I spent some time up there, going up to Kilgore, driving up to East Texas on Saturdays to go watch my brother play when I was in high school, and I see, you know, my brother always talked about how much of a grind it was, and how real you had to be to you know, make it out of junior college. And I have a lot of respect for players that come from junior college because it is tough at times, you know, and seeing Lane and him kind of making his way out of it, and obviously doing the things that he's doing now, that's a special thing. And to see what he's doing back at Kilgore with the facilities and just giving back, that's a special thing as well. So, yeah.